Incredible. Simply incredible. So, how are you holding up? Ugh, the smell here. Let's try to handle this quickly. So, how are you holding up?
I'm fine. What?
Well, the reason we can pass through that portal is because we vampires no longer count among the living. However, as far as I'm concerned, you only turned into one recently, so I just wanted to be sure if you were okay.
As you can see, I'm perfectly fine.
Yeah, I guess I was needlessly worried. Had you crossed as a mortal? You probably don't want to know.
It's a good thing I accepted Harkin's gift then.
Yes, I guess it is. Now that we're on the subject, there's something I wanted to ask you about. How did it feel to lose your mortality? I don't remember anymore, so I was hoping you could share your experience with me.
It feels like I lost the ability to breathe, and yet be able to live without it.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And there's always a price to be paid for immortality. I don't regret it, but sometimes I can't help but look back.
What do you mean?
It's not easy to explain. When my family decided to do the ritual, I didn't feel like I had a choice. I felt a lot of pressure in the days leading up to that moment. Don't get me wrong. I don't regret becoming a vampire, but the transformation left a lasting mark on me. I remember I struggled a lot with this change for decades, so I know how difficult it must have been for you. But, to be honest, I'm glad you chose to join us. You're the only one in the castle that is actually fun to talk to.
That's reassuring. Thanks, Serana.
No. Thank you for talking to me about it. Come on, let's get going.
Please, end this misery.
That's the last time I argue with a Dremora.
Is there no end to this nightmare?
Who's there? That'll teach you. What have you got? Not very impressive. Tally-ho!
You must help me find my Arvak. He doesn't deserve to be in a place like this.
Calm down. Who's Arvak?
Arvak, my horse. We came to this horrible place together. We were attacked by monsters, so I told him to run. Please, he's such a loyal creature, and he's been running for so long. You have to save him. A place like this will change you.
How can I help him?
Arvak! Arvak! Where are you? Arvak, please come back! Come back!
I wonder what these souls do all day. They look bored.
Do you know anything about this place?
Just what my mother told me. I've also studied a little bit on my own, but there's not much. When something is trapped in a soul gem, and then the energy is used for powering an enchantment, the remnants are sent here.
Any soul gem?
Well, I think it's specifically the black ones. I don't know if the Soul Cairn takes just any leftovers.
Does anything live here?
Look at this place. Do you think anything would want to live here? The only things that can survive here are the Ideal Masters, the undead, and the souls themselves. Well, if you want to call that living.
Do you think we'll meet the Ideal Masters?
I don't think anyone's ever met the Ideal Masters. I'm not even sure anyone knows what they look like. They could be underground, flying above us. They might be the ground, I have no idea.
Why are they collecting these souls?
Lots of theories. Some say they feed on them like I feed on blood. Others think they use them as payment to an even higher power. Almost like a currency. A very strange currency. Whatever they're doing with them, they've been harvesting for millennia. No telling how many souls are trapped here.
Why would a necromancer want to deal with them?
Look around you. There are some extremely powerful undead here. Even a necromancer as seasoned as my mother would be willing to spend years trying to gain access to them.
Summon them, you mean?
Exactly. It's a lost art. Most necromancers just raise up whatever bodies are nearby. A simple trick, really. Child's play. But bringing something from the Soul Cairn gives you something much more powerful.
How do the necromancers communicate with them?
Well, that's usually the trick. It's possible to do it through a simple portal. But to finalize the deal, you have to travel here yourself. And most of them never come back.
Are you sure Valerica has the Elder Scroll?
No, but there's no way she would have left it in Tamriel. She wanted to get it as far away from my father as possible. I can't imagine a better place.
And if she doesn't?
Then we find out where she hid it. If she's still alive. Well, as alive as she was before. Or is now. Or... you know what I mean.
Why not hide it in the Soul Cairn and then return?
Probably to avoid whatever my father would do to her if he could get his hands on her. Or maybe her plan was to come back, but she was stuck here. We won't know until we find her. Let's keep moving. I feel like we're being watched.
I yearn to see the great dunes of Hammerfell once again.
on your guard. I knew it. That'll teach you.
Step into the painting, he said. Yeah, sure. Like it's that simple.
Mother!
It can't be. Serana?
Is it really you? I can't believe it! How do we get inside? We have to talk.
Serana, what are you doing here? Where's your father?
He doesn't know we're here. I don't have time to explain.
I must have failed. Harkon's found a way to decipher the prophecy, hasn't he?
No, you've got it all wrong. We're here to complete the prophecy our way, not his.
Wait a moment. You've brought a stranger here? Have you lost your mind?
No, you don't...
You, come forward. I would speak with you.
So how has it come to pass that a vampire of mixed blood is in the company of my daughter?
I've been keeping her safe.
Safe? You call bringing her here safe? Has she explained nothing to you? Serana has sacrificed everything to prevent Harkon from completing the prophecy. I would have expected her to explain that to you.
That's why I'm here for the Elder Scroll.
You think I'd have the audacity to place my own daughter in that tomb for the protection of her Elder Scroll alone? The scrolls are merely a means to an end. The key to the tyranny of the sun is Serana herself.
What do you mean?
When I fled Castle Volkihar, I fled with 2 Elder Scrolls. The scroll I presume you found with Serana speaks of Auriel and his arcane weapon, Auriel's bow. The second scroll declares that the blood of Cold Harbor's daughter will blind the eye of the dragon.
How does Serana fit in?
Like myself, Serana was a human once. We were devout followers of Lord Molig Bal. Tradition dictates the females be offered to Molig Bal on his summoning day. Few survive the ordeal. Those that do emerge as a pure-blooded vampire. We call such confluences the Daughters of Cold Harbor.
Cold Harbor.
It's what some call the domain of Molig Bal. His place in oblivion.
Serana underwent this ritual willingly.
It was expected of her, just as it was expected of me. Being selected as an offering to Molig Bal is an honor. She wouldn't have dared turn her back on that.
The tyranny of the sun requires Serana's blood.
Now you're beginning to see why I wanted to protect Serana, and why I've kept the other Elder Scroll as far from her as possible.
Are you saying Harkon means to kill her?
If Harkon obtained Auriel's bow, and Serana's blood was used to taint the weapon, the tyranny of the sun would be complete. In his eyes, she'd be dying for the good of all vampires.
I would never allow that to happen.
And how exactly do you plan on completing the prophecy without the death of my daughter?
I'll kill Harkon.
If you believe that, then you're a bigger fool than I originally suspected. Don't you think I weighed that option before I enacted my plans?
And Serana's opinion in this?
You care nothing for Serana, or our plight. You see the tyranny of the sun as your chance at deification. And like Harkon, you won't hesitate to destroy anything that stands in your path.
Serana believes in me. Why won't you?
Serana? This stranger may call herself a vampire, but she knows nothing of our struggle. Why should I entrust you to her?
This stranger has done more for me in the brief time I've known her than you've done in centuries.
How dare you! I gave up everything I cared about to protect you from that fanatic you call a father!
Yes, he's a fanatic. He's changed. But he's still my father. Why can't you understand how that makes me feel?
Serana, if you'd only open your eyes... The moment your father discovers your role in the prophecy, that he needs your blood, you'll be in terrible danger.
So to protect me, you decided to shut me away from everything I cared about. You never asked me if hiding me in that tomb was the best course of action. You just expected me to follow you blindly. Both of you were obsessed with your own paths. Your motivations might have been different, but in the end, I'm still just a pawn to you too. I want us to be a family again. But I don't know if we can ever have that. Maybe we don't deserve that kind of happiness. Maybe it isn't for us. But we have to stop him, before he goes too far. And to do that, we need the Elder Scroll.
I'm sorry, Serana. I didn't know. I didn't see. I've allowed my hatred of your father to estrange us for too long. Forgive me. If you want the Elder Scroll, it's yours. Your intentions are still somewhat unclear to me, but for Serana's sake, I'll assist you in any way that I can.
Do you have the Elder Scroll with you?
Yes. I've kept it safely secured here ever since I was imprisoned. Fortunately, you're in a position to breach the barrier that surrounds these ruins.
What do we need to do?
You need to locate the tallest of the rocky spires that surround these ruins. At their bases, the barrier's energy is being drawn from unfortunate souls that have been exiled here. Destroy the keepers that are tending them, and it should bring the barrier down.
We'll return soon.
One more word of warning. There's a dragon that calls itself Durnehviir roaming the cairn. Be wary of him. The Ideal Masters have charged him with overseeing the Keepers, and will undoubtedly intervene if you're perceived as a threat.
So, wait a minute. Let me get this straight.
I hope this is important.
You and Harkon groom your only child to be a sexual sacrifice.
Yes, it was expected of her.
In a ceremony where she's literally raped to death.
Yes, few survive the ordeal.
And then you lock her in a box for a few hundred years.
Yes.
Because her father wants to kill her and drain her vampire blood.
Unfortunately, yes.
Which she got because she managed to survive being raped to death.
Yes,
Do you believe Serana wanted any of that?
being selected as an offering to Molag Bal is an honor. She wouldn't have dared turn her back on that.
Only because of you. She just wanted to please her parents. Gods know why.
I see. We're abominations in your mind. Evil creatures that care nothing for Serana.
I think that's a fair assessment.
If you believe that...
I believe Serana has been a victim all her life.
Idiot! You're a bigger fool than I originally suspected. Serana has sacrificed everything to Molag Bal. Now she's a daughter of Cold Harbor. A pure-blooded vampire. Nothing else matters. If anything happens to Serana, I'll have you answer for it.
How did you become imprisoned here?
When I entered the Soul Cairn, I had intended to strike a bargain with the Ideal Masters, the custodians of this place.
What was the bargain?
I requested refuge in the Soul Cairn, and in exchange, I would provide the Ideal Masters the souls that they craved. If I had foreseen the value they placed on my own soul, I would never have come here.
They tricked you.
The Ideal Masters unleashed their keepers and sent them to destroy me. Fortunately, I was able to hold them at bay and retreat into these ruins.
You became trapped.
Unfortunately, yes, since the keepers weren't able to claim my soul. They had their minions construct a barrier that I'd never be able to breach.
You've been imprisoned here for all this time.
Time has very little meaning to me. Consequently, it has little meaning to the Ideal Masters as well. I suppose you could call this the ultimate waiting game. Each watching the other to see which will give in.
Who are the Ideal Masters?
I know very little about them. They're mystic entities that lord over the Soul Cairn, controlling every aspect from its fabric to its appearance.
What do they resemble?
Well, some necromancers believe they are the crystalline structures dotting the Soul Cairn. I believe there's more to it than that.
How so?
I think they transcend what we perceive as a physical form. Perhaps they were once corporeal beings, but they've obviously reached a point where they no longer require a tangible presence.
And the crystals?
Conduits, through which the Ideal Masters speak to their underlings and feed on their victims.
Why would they require sustenance?
The Ideal Masters' weakness is their insatiable hunger for pure souls. It's the reason for the Soul Cairn's existence, and the only leverage a necromancer has when bargaining with them.
What do the Masters provide in return?
The ability to summon powerful undead guardians, as one would conjure an Atronak or Daedra. However, the majority of necromancers that are foolish enough to enter into a bargain with the Ideal Masters wind up here, as harvested souls.
If I leave the Soul Cairn, can I safely return?
As you've been traveling in the Soul Cairn, your body has become attuned to it. Let's just say a tiny part of you rubbed off on it, and in its place, a bit of the Soul Cairn filled the void. You should find no difficulty using the portal any longer.
Why haven't you pursued the prophecy?
Harkon's vision is a world plunged in eternal darkness, where the vampire can flourish, and never again fear the tyranny of the sun. What he fails to realize is how much attention would be called to our kind if the prophecy came to fruition.
What sort of attention?
If eternal night fell, there are many who wouldn't stand for it. They would raise armies in attempts to return things to normal. The order of the day would be our destruction, until every last vampire was hunted down and eliminated.
So you prefer living in the shadows?
I do. It's how the vampire has survived for millennia, and the only way we can continue to survive in the future. Be careful, and keep my daughter safe.
Let's kill those keeper things and get back to the prison. can't believe we found my mother alive. Well, you know what I mean. I'm glad you're here. I don't think I could be doing this alone.
How are you feeling after talking to your mother?
Relieved, I think. All those things had been building for a while. You have no idea how long I wanted to say that to her.
Why did you ever agree to her plan?
Look, I loved my father, but when he found that prophecy, that became his life. Everything else, even me and my mother, we just became clutter. I was close with my mother, but she just kept feeding me her opinions of him, and eventually I started believing them.
She doesn't seem fond of him.
The moment we gave ourselves to Molik Bal, things got really icy between them. They were both drunk with power, and pulling in different directions. And then he found that prophecy, and that was it.
And you were caught in the middle.
I was. Honestly, it took me up until now to figure out that my mother was really just as bad as he was. He was obsessed with power. She was obsessed with seeing him fail. It was just so toxic. Maybe I could have seen this coming. We could all be better off now.
You shouldn't blame yourself.
You don't know what it's like, coming from a family like that. Everything eventually tumbles down to you. Anyway, we should keep moving.
figured. All I said to Patema was I thought she looked a little portly in that gown. How was I supposed to know? I'm getting out of here.
yourself.
Not very impressive.
That's your best? Not impressed.
wonder if the fire's still burning in the Imperial City.
Did you know I visited elsewhere once? What a strange and wondrous place.
Who's there? I'm not gonna die like this.
Tally-ho!
What have you got? Done and done. Stay on your guard. That'll teach you. Wait. Not very impressive. The barrier should be gone now. Let's head back.
Wait here.
Sorry, I'm not that easy to get rid of. If you want to run ahead, I won't stop you. But I'll be following. I can't believe we found my mother alive. Well, you know what I mean.
a regular edition than the folio. I'll be rich. Was it between the forces of good and evil? No, that's not it. What do you want?
What exactly are you doing?
How does anyone expect me to write my opus with all of these rude interruptions?
Opus? What do you mean?
What do I mean, indeed? If I hadn't lost all of the pages, I wouldn't be in this predicament, and we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Let's just start at the beginning.
Very well. I suppose a moment or two of my time couldn't hurt. I am Jiub. Some call me Saint Jiub. Others call me Jiub the Eradicator. Perhaps you've heard of me.
No, never heard of you.
I can't say that I'm surprised by your answer. Until I get my second volume published, no one will ever know of my achievements.
You're talking about a book.
A book? I'd hardly call a 26-volume epic simply a book. Surely you've heard of The Rise and Fall of St. Jiub the Eradicator, hero of Morrowind and savior of the Durnehviir.
Maybe a shorter title is in order.
Maybe you should leave the writing to an expert. Stop making foolish suggestions.
How is your work going so far?
Terrible. Simply terrible. I was in the midst of writing the second volume, and they just threw me into this prison. It's unfair.
Who threw you in here?
That damned Remora and his minions. They didn't even give me a chance to explain who I was.
A Dremora captured you.
Well, I assume so. It cast a spell at me from some kind of strange black crystal. Next thing I knew, I arrived here.
Your soul was trapped.
My what? Wait. That means...
You're dead.
No. All these wasted months. Or has it been years? I don't even remember how much time has passed. No, my work will never see the light of day. My name will be forgotten.
Could I help?
Perhaps. Do you have a way out of here?
I do, but you can't leave that way.
Maybe I can't leave, but my writings can. In order to write the second volume of my opus, I need the notes from my first volume. Otherwise, I need to do all of this from memory.
How many pages did you lose?
When I was tossed in here, I felt myself falling, and I dropped the pages I had been holding. There were 10 of them in all. Find them for me, please. I beg you.
How did you earn your nicknames?
Ah, yes. Say Jiub, Jiub the Eradicator, Jiub the Magnificent. I've earned a lot of those titles thanks to my campaign against the Winged Menace.
Winged Menace?
Yes, I'm speaking of the Cliff Racer, of course. Wretched things. They used to crisscross the skies over Morrowind like vermin. Nasty flying creatures with a habit of sneaking up on the unwary.
What was your campaign against them?
After I was freed from prison, I decided to turn my life around. Give something back to the people of Morrowind. It became quickly apparent that the best way I could help would be by wiping out the Cliff Racers.
Were you successful?
Indeed I was. I hunted down and killed every last one of them. Took years. The people of Morrowind were so grateful to have the roads safer again, they took to calling me Saint Jiub, and then the other names followed.
You said you were in prison.
That was a dark time in my life. I did a lot of things I ended up regretting. Maybe that's why I worked so hard to redeem myself once I was freed.
What did you do?
I murdered others for money. And before you think I belong to some romantic or secretive guild, think again. I was simply an addict who needed money for skooma. The stuff wasn't cheap, and murder always seemed to be in demand.
How'd you get caught?
I finally bit off more than I could chew. I was paid to assassinate some high-ranking official from House Redorin. What I didn't know is someone had hired the Morag Tong to kill him as well.
Rival assassin.
Exactly. He got to my target first, and called the guard to cover his tracks. By the time I got there, the place was on alert. Walked right into a trap, and didn't even realize it until I was captured.
So, what ended up happening to you?
They tried me for murder, threw me on a prison ship, and sent me to the jail in Vivek City. Gave me a lot of time to think, that's for sure.
Why would a Dremor attack you?
Well, that's a ridiculous question. Everyone traveling through here has said that the Oblivion Gates have been opening all over Tamriel.
That was a bit before my time.
Has it been that long? Oh my. Well, it started with the followers of Mehrunes Dagon having Emperor Uriel Septim VII assassinated. Without a Septim on the throne of the Empire, Dagon was able to leave Oblivion through the gates and attack.
Why was Dagon able to do this?
All I heard is that without a Septim sitting on the throne of the Empire, the dragon fires in a place called the Temple of the One were no longer lit. This meant that we were vulnerable to the forces of Oblivion.
What ended up happening?
Well, I don't know. Everything seemed fine until that Remora attacked me. I only heard later about the gates from the other souls. I can only assume the gates have been closed by now.
Where were you captured?
I had just moved from my ancestral home in Morrowind to the continent of Cyrodiil. I settled in the city of Kavach to write my memoirs and to find some peace and quiet.
Is that where you were attacked?
Indeed. One moment I was writing diligently, and the next, my door bursts open. It was a cadre of Dremora. The city was under attack. I took it upon myself to join the cause and fight the Dremora, thinking this would simply be another feather in my cap.
Didn't work out that way, I assume.
The reason I'm standing in front of you as only a whisper of my former self should tell you that. I never knew what became of Kavach. I wonder if they were triumphant without me. At this rate, my first volume will be complete. Don't give up.
Tally-ho!
Arvak! You saved him! His soul is free, I can feel it! He's such a loyal beast. Here, I'll teach you how to call him to you. He'll help you get around this wretched place. But I'm sure he'd be much happier someplace sunnier. Goodbye, hero. Take good care of Arvak for me. Such a good horse.
You did it. You have all of my pages.
Here's all of the pages.
Finally! I never thought I'd see these again. These pages meant the world to me. Thank you.
So now what?
Now Volume 2 begins. What else?
I'll be off then.
Oh, wait a moment. Here, I want you to have these before you go. A pristine copy of my first volume. Only one in print, actually. And take this as well. Seeing as Saint Jiub has ascended to pure spiritual form, I won't need it any longer. I'm still hard at work on the second volume of my epic.
What will you do now?
Now that the first volume's complete, there's not much left to do but begin work on the second. There are plenty of other adventures I've had over the years, but you'll just have to read my next work to find out.
I don't suppose there's a way to free you.
Considering the state I'm in, I'd say that option vanished a long time ago. Besides, this isn't so bad when you think about it.
How so?
This is the most peace and quiet I've had in a lifetime. There's no one around to disturb me and distract me from my writing. Present company accepted, of course. Only 30 more pages, and my next volume will be complete.
You managed to destroy all 3 keepers? Very impressive.
Are you able to give us a scroll now?
Yes. Please follow me. Keep watch for Durnehviir. With the prison's barrier down, he's almost certain to investigate. Forgive my astonishment, but I never thought I'd witness the death of that dragon.
What makes you say that?
Volumes written on Durnehviir allege that he can't be slain by normal means. It appears they were mistaken. Unless...
Go on.
The soul of a dragon is as resilient as its owner's scaly hide. It's possible that your killing blow has merely displaced Durnehviir's physical form while he reconstitutes himself.
How long will that take?
Minutes? Hours? Years? I can't even begin to guess. I suggest we don't wait around to find out. Now, let's get you the Elder Scroll and you can be on your way. Very impressive.
How so?
Volumes written on Durnehviir allege that he can't be slain by normal means. You appear to have something of value.
I'm sure you are mistaken.
I understand now. It's your blood! The blood of the dragon.
Okay, yes. You found me out. It's true.
I find your blood quite interesting. I would strike a bargain with you.
What is this bargain?
No matter how long I've been here, my insatiable hunger remains. Hunger for blood. Please, allow me to feed on you.
You want to feed on my blood?
Yes, and in exchange, I will offer a unique opportunity to claim my regards.
I don't think I can do that. My blood is already promised to another.
You appear to have something on your mind. What is it?
Well, I'm kind of in a relationship with your daughter.
Wait a moment, what? You! And how exactly do you have the audacity to touch my daughter?
Well, we were traveling together and...
Serana claims you're her guardian, yet your first instinct appears to be to get your hands on her. How dare you!
Serana, your mom's mad.
No, I will not allow that happen! You're dead! You will not touch her! I see that my daughter is still as naive as ever.
Very supportive.
It pains me to think you travel with a vampire of mixed blood, offering your body as a trade.
I was going to say the same thing to you.
Oh, Serana, if you'd only open your eyes, she's using you like an animal.
Oh, tell me, Mother, what kind of woman is she?
I can't even begin to guess, but she knows nothing of our struggle. Why should I entrust you to her?
This is my savior. I know this is difficult for you, but I never had a friend. It's intimate, and it's mine. And frankly, after everything we've been through, I'd rather not get into that with you.
Serana, have you lost your mind?
This day was always coming. You used me. Never again.
No, I gave up everything I cared about to protect you.
That's enough! This is what your obsession brings you. You've destroyed our family.
It can't be. I had no idea you felt that way about me, Serana.
Poor thing, you must be so thirsty. My friend will bestow the gift, dragon blood.
Serana, please, share that blessing with me.
But to finalize the deal, you have to subjugate yourself. As payment.
I understand now. The females be offered to Molag Bal. So my daughter wants to exact revenge.
Maybe.
I'm sorry, Serana. It was never my intention to deceive you. We were devout followers of Lord Molag Bal. I didn't know, I didn't see. For all of this to end, for things to return to the way they were before, if there's anything I can do, forgive me.
Hey, so, talk to me.
Serana, were you forced to become a vampire? I heard you say you were used.
Power takes precedence with my mother. We gave ourselves to Molag Bal, for power. But I was not a willing subject. I was just a lonely child.
I imagine most people would want to kill her after all she's done to you.
Kill her, no. I guess even a vampire mother is still a mother. See if you can help.
Seranan, I can't help this. It's beyond me.
The moment we gave ourselves to Molag Bal, things got bad. Look what it's done to my family. I think I see why now. Molag Bal is a powerful Daedric lord, and his will is made reality. Everything with Molag Bal was degrading. It's not like that, though, when I'm with you.
Thank you. I'm glad I don't make love like Molag Bal. But what's your point?
Well, that has to be the way back for us. To be giving.
What are you asking me to do?
I think we both know.
I'm not sure I'm comfortable with that.
I want us to be a family again. To make everything right. Sometimes things just have to be done.
Okay, Serana, I will do this for you. Are you part of this?
Three's a crowd.
For you, I will try Lady Dibella's arts, but Serana, she's a monster.
And so am I now. Stick it to her.
Here you are to exact revenge. I am prepared for your assault.
Too bad you were prepared to be a mother. That's what Serana needed.
Well, traveling in the company of my daughter, you appear to have filled the void.
I'm just a friend.
She's using you like a dagger to my heart. Serana, I must have failed. Oh, Serana.
Are you ready, then?
Yes.
Drink of my blood, and mind your fangs.
Ah, the blood of the dragon, glorious.
And now, does a creature such as yourself know of the Dibellan arts?
I do.
We will practice Lady Dibella's arts together, you and I.
I see. I am a daughter of Cold Harbor, a vampire offspring of Molag Bal. I don't feel comfortable giving that blessing any longer.
You would prefer I forced you, used you. Is this true, disciple of Molag Bal?
Unfortunately, yes.
That is why we will practice Lady Dibella's arts instead, and faithfully.
I find it hard to believe your intentions are noble. But for Serana's sake, if you want that of me, it's yours. I thank you.
Serana wants her mother back. She thinks I can help you.
If I had foreseen the cost to Serana, I would never have offered her to Molag Bal.
You put your own dreams for power upon your daughter and scarred her with them.
After what I've put Serana through, I would understand if she never wished to see me again.
I believe she has forgiveness in her heart. Let us hope you're worthy of it.
I understand now what you did for Serana. Like myself, Serana was a human once. Perhaps my daughter is still a human at heart.
And what of your own hearts?
I leave that decision in your hands. However, you must understand I know very little about them. Now, let me get the scroll's case opened.
I'm glad you're here. I don't think I could be doing this alone.
I did what I could, Serana, but the problems between you two are larger than me.
My family has its problems. We did worship a Daedra, remember? But there are problems. I'm grateful to you.
Is this going to change anything between you and I?
Why even think of it that way? I was close with my mother. I would never hesitate to share anything with her. Even you.
There was only one lover I wanted, Serana.
Well, I guess now you have one more.
Now that you've retrieved the Elder Scroll, you should be on your way.
You're staying here.
I have no choice. As I told you before, I'm a daughter of Cold Harbor. If I return to Tamriel, that increases Harkon's likelihood of bringing the tyranny of the sun to fruition.
We'll return for you when we can.
I appreciate your concern for me, but Serana is all that I care about. You must keep her safe at all costs. Remember that Harkon is not to be trusted. No matter what he promises, he'll deceive you in order to get what he wants. And promise me you'll keep my daughter safe. She's the only thing of value I have left. Did you have anything to ask before you depart?
Why don't you come back with us?
Even if I could, it would only serve to hinder your efforts. Harkon would likely sense my return to Tamriel. The last thing you need right now is a trail for him to follow.
You said even if I could. Why?
Like Serana, I am a daughter of Cold Harbor, a vampire offspring of Molag Bal. My presence in Tamriel would simply double the risk that Harkon could complete the prophecy.
And if Harkon failed?
The only way I'd even consider returning to Tamriel was if Harkon were not only to fail, but to be destroyed.
You hate him that much?
You must understand. He's no longer the man I married all that time ago. He's obsessed. Insane. Everyone around him fears him as they would a rabid dog. For all of this to end, he must die. Farewell. Remember that Harkon's not to be trusted.
Come on, let's go home. Come on, let's go home.
Stay your weapons. I would speak with you, Quinarin.
I thought you were dead.
Cursed, not dead. Doomed to exist in this form for eternity. Trapped between Laas and Enoch. Between life and death.
Why are we speaking?
I believe in civility among seasoned warriors, and I find your ear worthy of my words. My claws have rended the flesh of innumerable foes, but I have never once been felled on the field of battle. I therefore name you Quinarin, or Vanquisher in your tongue.
I found you equally worthy.
Your words do me great honor. My desire to speak with you was born from the result of our battle, Quinarin. I merely wish to respectfully ask a favor of you.
What kind of a favor?
For countless years I've roamed the Soul Cairn in unintended service to the Ideal Masters. Before this, I roamed the skies above Tamriel. I desire to return there.
What's stopping you?
I fear that my time here has taken its toll upon me. I share a bond with this dreaded place. If I ventured far from the Soul Cairn, my strength would begin to wane until I was no more.
How could I help?
I will place my name with you, and grant you the right to call my name from Tamriel. Do me this simple honor, and I will fight at your side as your Graze Mazen, your ally, and teach you my Thum.
Just call your name in Tamriel. That's it.
Trivial in your mind, perhaps. For me, it would mean a great deal. I don't require an answer, Quinarin. Simply speak my name to the heavens when you feel the time is right.
How did you end up in the Soul Cairn?
There was a time when I called Tamriel my home, but those days have long since passed. The Dova roamed the skies, vying for their small slices of territory that resulted in immense and ultimately fatal battles.
Were you a part of all that?
I was. But unlike some of my brethren, I sought solutions outside the norm in order to maintain my superiority. I began to explore what the Dova call Elok Gillan, the ancient forbidden art that you call necromancy.
So you sought the Soul Cairn for answers?
The Ideal Masters assured me that my powers would be unmatched, that I could raise legions of the undead. In return, I was to serve them as a keeper until the death of the one who calls herself Valerica.
They didn't tell you she was immortal.
I discovered too late that the Ideal Masters favor deception over honor, and had no intention of releasing me from my binding. They had control of my mind, but fortunately they couldn't possess my soul.
Is that why you're free now?
Free? No. I have been here too long, Panarin. The Soul Cairn has become a part of what I am. I can never fully call Tamriel my home again, or I would surely perish. I only hope that you will allow me the precious moments of time there, through your call.
I heard something.
Tally-ho!
Well, look what we have here. Someone with flesh on their bones.
What's the matter with you?
Let's just say I sold something to a guy who turned out to work for a whole coven of necromancers. How in the name of Zenithar was I to know the ingredients were phony? Do I look like someone that would double-cross a necromancer?
So that's how you got here.
You got it. Horse, wagon, and all. Plopped here without so much as a word. I used to be one of the best traders in High Rock, you know. Oh, people would track me down just to see what I had for sale.
Poured anything left?
Very funny. And what exactly are you going to pay me with? Take a look around. Gold doesn't exactly win you any friends around here.
There must be something you want.
I'll tell you what. I appreciate what you're trying to do, so I'll play along. The only thing I see around here in abundance are soul husks. You know, those ugly fungus-looking things growing out of the ground. Bring me, say, 25 of them, and you can rummage through what was left on my cart.
Fair enough. What do you have?
Odds and ends I've gathered over the years. Well, used to gather, before all of this nonsense happened to me. Tell me what you're looking for, and maybe we can make a deal, if you have the husks.
A spell tome.
Sure, here you go. Can't understand a word of it. Maybe it will do you some good. Brought some soul
Got anything
husks,
left to sell?
or... Of course I do. What do you want?
A spell tome.
Sure, here you go. Can't understand a word of it. Maybe it will do you some good.
Got anything left to sell?
Sure, got plenty. What am I gonna do with it?
A spell tome.
Sure, here you go. Can't understand a word of it. Maybe it will do you some good.
Got anything left to sell?
Well, I've been so busy, I don't know. What, are you kidding me?
A spell tome.
Sure, here you go. Can't understand a word of it. Maybe it will do you some good.
What is it?
Does it bother you that we're working with your father?
I figured it would be more of an issue for you.
This isn't going to end well, is it?
No, it's probably not. I mean, what do you think my father will do when we bring him the bow?
He'll want to use it.
Of course he will. But at that point, he'll have everything he's ever wanted. He won't need either of us anymore.
You think he'll try to kill us?
You'll have shown yourself to be strong, which means you can't be allowed to just stick around. And I'll be unnecessary once he has it.
Then we'll have to take care of him.
Not until we have the bow, but you're right. This won't be easy, but we can handle it.
You okay?
Yeah. I just wanted to ask you something. About your childhood. What was it like?
My family was poor, but we were happy.
That's kind of sweet, actually. I mean, I know it was hard to live under those conditions, but finding happiness in spite of that sounds like a fairy tale. But then again, I was born rich, so maybe I'm not one to talk.
Why did you ask?
Well, it's something I was hoping we could talk about. Do you mind?
Sure. What's wrong?
Well, when you brought me back home, I asked my father if my stuff was still there. Surprisingly, he hadn't discarded it like he did with my mother's. Among other things, I found a small portrait of a little girl embracing a dog. I thought it had been misplaced, so I started asking some of the castle staff if it was theirs, until one of them pointed out that the girl looked just like me. And he was right. That girl was me, and I had a dog.
So what's the big deal? Everyone can have pets.
Yeah, and everyone remembers them even long after they pass away. But I had no idea. I don't even remember having a dog, and that's not all. I also had a tray containing 20 dissected specimens of butterflies. I don't remember ever collecting them. There was so much stuff there, and none of that seemed familiar.
So it bothers you that you don't remember your childhood?
Exactly. I feel like I've lost a fragment of my identity. Even if I moved on from those things, I should still remember that they were a part of my life.
Maybe you forgot because you simply had no one to share these things with.
You think so? I'm not so sure. The more I think about it, the more I believe that the passage of time is weighing on me, you know? I'm just wondering if that's what happened to my father, and he just stopped caring for the past. What if I end up doing what he did?
Stop it. You're not like him.
I know, but for how long? You don't know what he was like when I was younger. It's true he was distant, but deep down he cared about me. Now he's willing to kill me to achieve his goals. How long will I be me until my identity erodes like his did?
It's not about how long you live, but whether or not you forget who you are.
Right. Sorry. You're right. I can't live in fear of what I may become just because it happened to my father. No, it didn't happen. He chose this, and I won't follow in his footsteps. Thank you for helping me realize it.
I'm here if you ever need to talk about it.
I know you are. Thank you.